Good morning. Say I'm Satyarthi from Global College of Law, and today I'll talk about Clat, C-L-A-T, Common Law Admission Test 2020, for which the notification has already come and applications have been started for students from 1st of January 2020. Other day also we had put one video cassette on our channel, Global College of Law, YouTube channel, containing all the information about Clat, how to prepare and what type of the things to be taken care. But last night when I find that some queries have been raised by some of the aspirants about the modification in the system of the examination, and there is a concern in the mind of the students that the modification makes the system tougher or the exam tougher. In this regard, I want to clarify certain points today that, as yesterday we discussed, again I want to recapitulate and revise certain things. That in Clat for last year, if you see, there were 200 questions and each question carried 1 mark, whereas this year there will be maximum 150 questions carrying 1 mark each. As regards the negative, I suppose last year and this year are common, means suppose one mistake happens, the negative mark will be 0.25. Medium of English, medium of instruction for the examination will be English. Last year also it was, though some students had presented and also it was discussed in the executive body of the consortium of NLUs managing exam of Clat that Hindi should be considered also the second medium of the instruction for the exam. But it was not considered favorably because the curriculum which is being taken up by the NLUs, 19 NLUs are participating in this, and this is only English. So Hindi was not considered. Hindi was not considered doesn't mean that it is difficult for students who have their medium Hindi. Yes, certain things are there to be taken into account, which I shall discuss today. See what modification has taken place. The first modification has taken place that questions will be 150 in place of 200. Second modification, if we go towards the syllabus, is one paper is the English. Earlier time there were certain things like verbs, adverbs, active, passive, dictums, idioms. But this year onwards, or for this year, there will be only comprehension. When we talk of comprehension, means any student is supposed to be well versed about the English grammar, English reading, certain vocabulary, and anybody who is perfect in all the things can very well attempt to the part of this comprehension. Comprehension comes the use of certain words, and every word when is used in certain context only the meaning is taken out. This is the point. Without context, the use of any word is not considered well. So I want to emphasize that English paper has become easier instead of calling it tougher. What their concern in the mind of the students is. See, it contains only the comprehension, where they use how to say comprehension means a stanza to be read, and of that we have to take out the answer of the questions given. Answers will be out of the stanza only, out of the paragraph only, and questions will be from that only. So I suppose this has got not tougher but simpler. Accordingly, in second paper of the mathematics, which is called up to numerical value, but this year some modifications have taken place under that. Modification is that less numerical, more graphical. Like say some figures are there, some graphs are there, from where you have to find out certain things. Means it is getting more conceptual instead of getting more this thing. Here students are now onwards not required to claim the things but to understand the things. That is very important. See, and there is a reason behind every question, how this question is set. Accordingly, in other logical and legal area, certain reasonings are there, where logical reasoning and legal reasoning, say any paragraph is given and you have to find answer that how this legality is there and how this all is there, Elementary mathematics is there or not there. About GK's third modification has taken place. About GK there was a static part of the general knowledge. But this year there will be no static part. It will be only current affair. Any student who has been in touch of newspaper for 1 year, I'm suppose this is more than enough. You know, in certain this type of the exams which are for admission test, only questions are framed out of the incidences which happened during the year. So they here also for Clat admission for 1 year newspaper and magazine. Suppose anybody has gone through newspaper. When we talk of newspaper, two newspaper size document. One is Hindu, second is Indian Express, and the editorial page is very important. Where some very important things are given. Every student is supposed to read that well, and also there is one legal area is there in every paper. We should read that. We should understand that. So certain dictums which are of very use, and certain doctrines are very used, simple use, like doctrine of pith and substance, doctrine of natural justice. These things are which are of daily use in public will be may be questioned, that type of the things are there. And say quantitative technique, again see quantitative when we talk, it is simple. I suppose students have been doing very well and they will be able to do very well. And see, I don't find there is any region of concern or stress or anxiety in the mind of the students. And I shall advise the students that they should keep touch with the newspapers, they should keep touch with the magazines, they should read day-to-day basis, and also they should read little behind. They should not go for static general knowledge. Static general knowledge will not be asked. This has been very simple. I suppose the consortium and the executive body of the consortium which are going to frame the paper have taken very practical aspect as what type of the people are required to go for Clat. Means admission in integrated degree of 5 year. You know, Clat is meant only for the integrated degree of 5 year of LLB. It is for basically NLUs. 19 NLUs are participating in this exercise. Certain more colleges are also, or institutes are taking through Clat card, and about say 3,000 students are absorbed in 19 universities plus certain institutes. And last year what appeared, I suppose 60,000 students appeared last year, and this year we find that some more students will appear because the now craze for legal study is increasing everywhere. You might have seen in the environment also, people are talking about law degree. Nobody is preparing to go for engineering and all that. So this is the thing, and I shall I shall emphasize today that students should be logical in their thinking. They should be reason behind. When they talk anything, reason must be well in their mind. Only then they can do. Again, I say, when in the conclusion part of my this session, I'll say that when they attempt the question, they should go for mock tests. You see, during this period, you see, exam is on 10th of May, and result will be out, I suppose, by 30th of May or maximum by first week of June 2020. So enough time is there, 4 months time is there. Students should go for study, regular study, and after 1 month they should go for mock test. Mock test, either they should go online. There are certain agencies giving mock test. Mock test is very much pertinent today because they will make a practice. And you know, before last year there was no say hard copy of the paper available, but now they are giving one copy, carbon copy. Means multi-choice questions are there, but this sheet will be given there so that you should be able to take key well in the position. Again, I say that I shall advise aspirants that when they go to appear in the examination, they must note that they must attempt at least 120 questions if they want to qualify, because otherwise there is no chance of their qualifying. See, first attempt, when they go, they should attempt all the questions which are of simple nature. Second time, there must be elimination process. If any student or any aspirant is able to eliminate 2 out of 4 options, he must not skip the question, he must attempt. There is a calculated risk, as I told other day also, and today also I want to emphasize. And in conclusion, I want to tell that mock test to be taken, 3-4 mock tests. It is simple. Modification in the syllabus doesn't mean that there is any stress or concern to be borne by the students. Certain things like comprehension will strengthen their English. And if any students want, they can very well contact Delta Academy in Global College of Law, where we give regular classes and also online classes, and it will be very useful for the students to go for that. And I find that see, when they go for exam, they should be well free. They should not bear any tension in the mind. They should attend certain mock classes. Online classes are available there. I want to clarify certain things again, that it is for UG courses I'm talking. I'm not talking about the PG courses. See, my students should read newspaper well. They should know reading habit. They should have speaking habit. These two habits are enough. Vocabulary, whatever they possess, they should maintain and try to learn more legal words, and also the words which come in daily use in the newspapers. When they read newspaper, they can very well learn 4-5 good words that are enough. Nothing to worry, nothing to take this thing. Editorial part of the newspaper to be read. Legal space is given, that to be read. Constitution and polity. A constitution is a very simple document which is everybody should know, and say part 1, 2, 3, 4 are enough, up to directive principles of state policies, say fundamental rights, citizenship, and first territorial. There are 4 parts. It is enough for them. They can very well do. And I suppose students who are preparing for Clat, they know things well. They should keep touch with their tutors, their guides, and the Delta Academy is at their disposal always. Global College of Law, we have been putting our experience, our notes, our online description, our online system. Delta Academy GZB is having a Facebook page also, where daily we are updating things, and we shall keep updating for this exam also. Clat is very preferred area for coaching with our this thing, and see, many things have been made clear. If any student doubt anything, they can very well contact. I suppose we have covered all the areas. Second cassette today we are going to put with the reason that students should not bear any tension due to the change in the modification in the syllabi, and I don't find there is any reason any student having say this thing can very well qualify regular study. Nothing is new, everything is fine. Only thing is that English paper and mathematical paper and quantitative techniques have been bit modified. It is the need of hour, because consortium executive body has thought fit that there is no need of cramming the things. Only when matter comes before, one should be well aware. We can discuss things, we can prepare things. With this thing, I thank everybody and I wish all the best. Any students need any support from Delta Academy or Global College of Law, they should subscribe our channel at par. We are not charging anything. We are working only for the welfare of the students. This channel is dedicated to students for legal study, and this shall keep dedicated. And we have heard many of the cases, and where charges are there, but we don't want to charge. We will not charge. And see, we should make your life a reasoning. Until there is a reason in the life, there is no meaning. Accordingly, this Clat examination, there is a reason why modifications have been made. And you know, the head of the executive body of the consortium of the NLUs who conduct this examination was Professor Faizan Mustafa. I suppose he was up to 20th of the last month. Now some other person has come. It is by rotation. Presently he is the Vice Chancellor of Hyderabad NLU, and some other person must have taken charge of him. Now see, everything is, I have defined context of the words to be understood. See, when we see the comprehension part, until we know the context, I don't find that a student will be able to understand the meaning. If we read properly, in first reading itself, comprehension will be clear. Question answer will be well in the very comprehension. See what question is there, what important words are there. Try to stick to that words. Try to find answer to that words in the comprehension. Comprehension is the only thing where legal student is required, student of legal study is required to focus, and jurisprudence, I should say, this he should use extra mind in the logic to find the answers. And if you are able to do this thing, I am sure that every student can very well do. And say, because seats are limited, so only people in merit will qualify. This year I suppose about 70,000 students will appear. The reasons I already told, because craze for law study is increasing, and about 3000 seats are available for this thing. So of course only students qualifying up to 3000 will do. For that they have to use every moment, they have to apply their mind very well. They should use techniques like elimination technique. They must know how to catch the right answer. There is a risk, but calculated risk, because until you qualify the risk is always there. And for that purpose I suppose 120 minimum questions are required to be attempted by the students. Total student questions will be not more than 150, whereas last year it was 200. Every question carries 1 mark, and also a penalty mark is there in case of any mistake. This is 0.25. It will be also this year. So 0.25 is there. This you can, a student can take chance. So with this I wish all the best, and I request all the students to subscribe our channel Global College of Law, which is without any charges, and we are having very much up-to-date material, and we shall keep updating for the use of the students. Here in Global College of Law, certain faculties which are well educated, well exposed, and they have their dedication towards this thing, and Clat is our preferred item, and we shall keep updated. Thank you very much. Thank you so much.